1-6, stand up. Neck on the beat. Let go. Mr. 7160 with them fly ass chicks who paint them pretty ass lips. With them trap boys out doubling up on bricks. For musicians like myself that was blessed with a glitch. Rap on the package, see what it is. Swerving the traffic like I lost control of the whip. Hurt the competition like I ran over these bricks. Double lines mean nothing when you're hugging the bridge. Red light, green light, headlight, beat bright. Superstar life make these lanes ain't right. Fabulous flow make the girls sing nice. So rock cups full to the party break light. The car keeps going to the cab in sight. On to the next like Jay said, right? Yeah, swag too slick, make a hater wanna bite. Not Alexander boy, put your blick to my life. So what I gotta prove? Living my Lawrence like boy, nothing to lose. And a harmful on the mic, hit the beats me bruise. The cat look calm like I never made a move. Back on the beat, the hammer in his feet. These boys all brittle, tried up fragile. I never move crippled cause I got 2 feet. Provided my own meals, boy, nobody fed me. The grind is impeccable, I've been chasing decimals. Now it's like me and the money is inseparable. Catch the message that I'm sending to you. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. I've been through it, but I've been spewed it. Now I feel like a champ, bitch, I'm undisputed. About to conquer the whole game, the hustle never been lame. But pretty soon you fucks gonna remember my name.
I gotta do this.
Niggas,
It's Tuesday. What up, what up, what up? Everybody here? We all good? I love it. I love it. Ron, what's going on, Ron?
What's up?
You all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, good, good. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to Talk You Is Tuesday. I am your host, Dennis Holmes. I'm here with my co-host, Ron Thomas. I also got my co-host, Czar, in the building.
what it do? We up in here like swimwear, baby.
Right, right. We also got the Chocolate Girl in the house. What's going on, Chocolate Girl?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
You might got to fix your volume on the joint again.
Again?
I think it might have went down. We got
Okay.
Adam in the building. What's going on, Adam?
What's up, everybody? Blessing to be here. Just representing for Stay Tuned. Let's get straight to it.
Okay, okay. We got Tom Shine in the building. What's going on, Tom Shine? Okay. He waved. He waved, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know. We all here, man. Trash ass players, Ron. What you got for us?
I got the Washington Commodores.
On the night shift.
Nice shit.
No, that plan. I got Commanders. But y'all had 3 years to get a name, and y'all decided to go with Commanders. Come on now. And I got the running back from the Aints. You know you fucked up, right? You fucked up. One, you go to Las Vegas and get into a fight. Did you even pay attention what happened to Las Vegas Raiders wide receiver last year? They got in trouble in Las Vegas. That's all I got, Dennis.
All right, all right. What you got with this, Czar?
Man, I'm gonna have to take it. I'm gonna go to the league. You know what I mean? We're gonna take it to the league. Let's go to the NBA, and we're gonna go to Portland.
Damn it, Czar.
Hey, man, it ain't many options, man. Football's done. We didn't have a week of football. Baseball's in the lockout. But all these years, kind of like the Tatum and the Jaylen Brown breakup, is it going to happen? Same thing with Lillard and McCollum. And then finally, hire new coach Billups. Lillard gets hurt. Now you want to trade McCollum, and you trade him for a bag of peanuts. I mean, and it wasn't pistachios. It was plain nuts. So I'm just like, now you decide. Now you don't got neither one of them. Dame's probably out for the season. So Billups came, and now he gonna get trashed for the season. That he ain't a good coach, and the whole nine. So like that organization, Dame, again, appreciate you being loyal, being a team player, but you should have been and demanded to get up out of there. Now they talking about, oh yeah, we made this trade to build around Dame. How you build? You just earlier they just traded Powell and Covington for a ham sandwich with no mayo on it. I'm just like, dude, with Portland, I see. Now I don't like going racial. You hire a black coach. Now you sabotage the black coach. Is that you trying to prove a point, white owner? It's I don't want to get racial, but it's like you do this, and then you just jack the whole team up. Now it's all Billups' fault, right? You know what I'm saying? So Portland, dude, that's the only one I'm picking. They getting all my attention. Man. Trash ass.
Man,
I'm done, bro.
Come on.
Okay. All right. Chocolate Girl, what you got, Chocolate Girl?
Well, I had that one too for Portland, but I'm just going to continue what I've been saying almost every week. First of all, is my volume better?
Yeah.
Fellas? Yes, it is. It is perfect.
I don't know why, but it seemed like every time I come in Zoom now, my volume gets switched. I have to take a look at my settings. But I'm going with my Lakers. They still trash ass to me.
Whoa.
And that's just where I am. Until they can start winning with some consistency, that's where I'm going to leave them. Trash every week. Because this is just getting it's beyond annoying. It's beyond irritating. It's just flat out embarrassing. I think a couple of weeks ago, that's the word that I used. It's embarrassing to Laker Nation. It's embarrassing because they're not upholding the standard. And all I can do is just shake my head, and people who know that I'm quite the fan of the Lakers come and hit me up in my inbox all the time, asking me all these questions. I'm like, look, why don't you just go to LA and go post up at whatever the name of the doggone arena is now. I'm still calling it Staples Center. And post up there and go ask LeBron, because this is all his doing. So just ask him what he's going to do about it. Don't ask me, because I have no clue. So
I read that you guys are about to get Paul Millsap.
Okay. And what do you think that's going to do?
I'm just a messenger.
Hey, he going to bring his AARP card with him?
I'm just a messenger.
I'm saying, it's like you're getting older. I just don't. You're already old as dirt, but you're going to bring another old player. It's like, what are you doing? Who's making these decisions? Obviously, someone or some people who do not know what they're doing. And that's where I'm at. It's like the ineptness. That's one. Okay, two. This leads me to my other trash ass player that I probably should have said something about last week. But this is another reason why I'm still kind of disgusted with the logo. He gets upset because the buses pulled his season tickets. And he's a legend. How are you going to pull? And you could have called me. You sent a text message to my wife whining about his freaking season tickets. Well, guess what? For the last 10, 15 years, you've been shading the Lakers, the people, the team that made your ass. And then you're going to sit up here and bellyache about taking away some season tickets, talking about the amount of respect they owe you. You helped build up doggone Golden State. You went to the Clippers to compete with the Lakers. And meanwhile, throwing shade at the Lakers, talking shit on air, saying all kind of side-eye comments, all ambiguous comments. People know what you're talking about, dude. You're not smarter than everybody in the sports land. And I'm like, when I first heard the story, I was like, and I'm a Jerry West fan. I love him. Loved him as a person. Loved him, watching this footage. Of course, I wasn't, watching basketball when he was playing. I ain't that damn old. But what I'm saying is, how are you going to have this attitude? If that ain't some privileged mess, I'm trying not to say something else. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If that ain't some privileged clutching the pearls crap, I ain't never heard none. So I'm still pissed off about that this week. So he's on the doggone list. And I also got somebody else on the list for trash ass players. How should I say it? I'm just going to say the NFL owners need to really get it together. They probably need to come out of their ivory towers, go to some of the hoods in their hometowns, and go talk to some people that lives in that life. Go talk to them. Talk to them about how they keep all their dirt undercover, because they need lessons. Because all the crap is about to start coming out about all these owners in a minute. Because when it starts with one, the rest can come behind them. And so maybe that's what they need to do, because all the shenanigans behind the scenes, I believe people are just going to really start talking. It's going to be the Nino Brown effect. That's what I really believe. I really believe it, because
this thing is bigger than Nino.
As soon as Flores filed that lawsuit, the whole NFL community was put on notice that he ain't playing. He doesn't give a darn if he never works again. He said it in his news conference. I'm willing to put my NFL coaching career on the line. What do you do with that? It's like when you're dealing with these terrorists who are not afraid to die. How do you put fear in them? They're not afraid to die. You can't even threaten them with their own lives. And they don't even care if you kill their relatives, because it's for the cause. So you can't even kidnap their child saying, stop being a terrorist or we're going to kill your daughter. Kill her. She'll be a martyr. That brings me honor. Go ahead. What do you do with that? So this is going to be the same thing. What are they going to do to Brian Flores when he doesn't give a darn if he never works in the NFL again? No. I don't even think it's money. I don't think he gives a darn about the money. I really don't. That's how he strikes me. He's just going to do his own thing. And so, owners, y'all better go see Pookie and them. Go find out how they keep their shit under wraps.
Go see Delicious in them.
Old school dudes in the street that's been living that life for 30, 40 years and never got caught. Somebody out there still doing it. So maybe y'all need to holler at them, because your dirt about to come out. Y'all need to take lessons. That's it.
They go see Ray Ray and them.
See them. Better go.
Delicious. Hey, Delicious.
They need to go.
Yeah, okay. What you got, Adam?
Well, I'm actually going to piggyback off Czar, but I'm going to take it a step further since this is my favorite NBA team. It is absolutely, and I was waiting for Czar to say it, but it is absolutely complete disrespect what's going on. I just feel like, you bring in Chauncey Billups, who is a promising coach. I'm not saying that he just because he's Mr. Big Shot and everything like that, and he was a phenomenal point guard and a floor general, that he's gonna come.
He was all right.
Well, yeah, okay, and like I wasn't expecting him to come in and just unanimously just take Portland from the middle of the pack to top 3. I wasn't expecting that, but then you go out and you say that you're gonna make this team better around Dame. I don't know if Portland's aware of this, but Dame's in his 30s now. I'm not saying that 30s is a bad thing, because I'm about to be 30 in like 11 days. But I will say, when a player gets to that 30 mark, it's like, okay, they got to kind of reevaluate their situations and be like, what's going on? And if I'm Damian Lillard right now, I'm looking at my team and just like, okay, y'all just got rid of Covington, y'all just got rid of Powell, like Czar said, for a Twinkie and a ho-ho. And then you got Josh Hart, who you just got for CJ McCollum. Now, on previous shows, not this show, but I think on Stay Tuned, maybe this show too, I have said on numerous occasions, CJ is somewhat on the level of Bradley Beal to a degree. Now, you mean to tell me that you can't get anything better for CJ? You get Josh Hart. You get the first thing that's offered to you for CJ McCollum. Now, I get it. You know what I'm saying? CJ had a collapsed lung in the beginning of the season. He had some health issues, but obviously that's behind him and he's doing great. Praises to God for that. But you mean to tell me that because of that situation, it devalued his value that much to where all you could do is get Josh Hart? I'm done, bro. It's pathetic. Like, it's just a shame what they're doing in Portland. It's just blasphemy. And then another team in the Western Conference that's blasphemy, and it seems like they're not going on anywhere fast, and they haven't been relevant since the Chris Webber era, is the Sacramento Kings. Is the Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings, I don't know what they're doing. Like, I was talking to Czar previously before the show, and obviously they did get Sabonis, and they did get Justin Holiday, and they did get some other good talent. I'm not disputing that. But the problem is with that Sacramento, and I don't know if you guys realize that, but you can't retain talent. As soon as Sabonis' contract is up, guess what? You guys just got a hot, good rental player, and then he's gone. I don't even know when Sabonis' contract is up, but I'm assuming it's the next year or two. So when Sabonis goes, and then you got all those other pieces when their contracts are up, all you're going to have when they leave and De'Aaron Fox leaves is a bunch of G League players. To me, the Sacramento Kings shouldn't even be in the NBA. They should have to requalify to be in the NBA and get demoted to a G League team. I'm done now.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I finally got some backup on that subject on this show. Finally.
Yeah, I can't.
Sean, you here?
I can't jump on that with you because I gotta wait. That's the wait and see because they got a great player. If they let him go, though, you got a point.
I guess Sean ain't here.
There he is. There you go.
He working, man.
He working.
Yeah, he ain't said nothing.
Yeah, I'm just listening, bro. I'm moving around a lot.
Okay. My trash ass players, I really don't have a lot of them. I was just upset that the Sixers ain't make a move yet. So that was my main trash ass player. It's just there's been a lot of talks, Harden this, Harden that. And, nothing's happened. Oh, we want Harden, but nothing has happened lately. So my trash ass player has just been the trade that's supposed to go down until Thursday, I think 4:00. And after that, nothing's gonna happen. So
And Brooklyn just came out and said they're not gonna trade him now.
Yeah, but then they said he not playing tonight too. So I don't know how that's going. I'm gonna read the comments. Dennis Holmes in here drinking prune juice again. Buck Flair said, Sharon, I sent you a message. Jay Jones said, what up with y'all? Juke said, ask Guru because he's a LeBron guy. OG said on the midnight train to Georgia, glad it's night. OG said, thanks, Dan Snyder. Freaky Link. Ricky Bobby said, what it do? Blaze said, what up, baby? They should trade Dame. You don't rebuild around a guy that's 30 years old who already gave you everything.
Thank you, Blaze. Thank you, sir.
Portland is a shitty city anyway. This kid sitting at home watching ESPN, sipping on bug juice. Okay. It's about money for Portland. Those guys, they got their placeholders. Sacramento should do the league a favor and go up to Seattle.
Nah, see,
That's what I said.
That's
That's what I said, Blaze. I've been saying that.
I don't think Seattle has strong.
I think OKC need to go back to Seattle.
Man.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do, Dennis. I don't understand where you keep getting that from. They have a strong fan base up there. Those people want an NBA team.
Oh, they do. They definitely
never move.
Okay. Listen, we will see.
Just telling you what the numbers say.
We will see. Ron, what you got for certified players?
I like how all the black coaches stitch it together in the NFL. They're my certified. They support Brian Forrest, and they stitch it behind him. I like that. So.
Okay. That's cool. What you got over there, Zar?
So it's good intro, Ron, because obviously we know what's going on in the NFL, but hey, I gotta take it when I can, with all the midst of this drama going on and the lawsuit, I gotta give it up for my guy here. We got our second black coach, baby. Lovie Smith. Lovie Smith, congrats, baby. Congrats to new hire for the Texans.
Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all don't know, he just put a picture of John Amos up saying that was Lovie Smith. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now.
You ain't right, bro.
You didn't see the same time, man. Somebody posted this on Facebook and I just started dying. And it was hella funny to me though. But anyway, on the real though, but shout out Lovie Smith. He's always got the short end of the stick. He got let go a couple places he was at prior where I thought that he shouldn't have been let go. I know it's the Texans, and I know we got the Watson. I don't know what's going on there, but again, we got another black coach, so we take it when we can, till there's change, I'm gonna give him his due. He's a very underrated head coach, great X's and O's, good guy, good motivator, and more props to him. So before I go, one more time, let's give it up for Lovie Smith.
Another picture of John Amos, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I'll tell you.
All right, what you got over there, Chocolate Girl?
So I'm giving another shout out to what's his name? Deion Sanders. He's my certified player for calling out the players in the Pro Bowl. I don't know what the answer is now, but the Pro Bowl is becoming a joke, just like all the bowl games are at the end of college, because people don't want to get, they're using that I don't want to get hurt excuse. So they don't want to go hard in the game. It's starting to really water down what's important in these leagues. And same thing for the All-Star, the NBA All-Star game. If they don't take it seriously, don't come to me 10 years later when you want to argue that this player was playing with All-Stars on their team as if that means something. I don't want to hear it. I'm just putting everybody on notice. Don't come to me talking about when you want to do all these comparisons on football players and basketball players and in the pros. Don't come talking to me about how they have seven Pro Bowlers on that NFL squad as if that means anything anymore. You can't have it both ways. So I shout out to Deion for calling them out. It's a sad situation to see. I like what he said, but then I like pretty much most of what he does anyway. So shout out to him. I didn't mention in my trash ass players the fans of UNC Tar Heels. I did not mention the fact that at the UNC Duke game, and Coach K came out and they said F Coach K as he was walking out onto the court loudly in a nationally televised game. And it was very clear. They said the word F Coach K. And what I liked about it, though, was Dickie V wasn't having it. And he was like, what? And he lit them up. Coach K handled it with class. So I know this is a certified segment. So I'm going to say that Dickie V and Coach K are my certified players with the way both of them handled that situation and responded to that situation. Get some class, y'all. I mean, it's all in fun. Sports is all in fun, but I mean, even they have to bow down and kiss the ring when you're talking about Coach K. So to sit up there and I understand rivalries and all that, I got it. But to say F you like that when he walks out, to me, is just a little bit too much, a little bit classless. Yeah. They look like real simps on national TV, really. It didn't look cool and awesome and fun. It looked like they were just bad sports and bitter and jealous. That's how they looked. So you need to watch what you say when you're in public. Oh, Taryn, I had another trash, but never mind. I know how you get mad when we go back, so I won't do it.
Yes, I be wondering why y'all put trash with certified. Sometimes I just don't understand.
No, I don't put trash with certified. What I'm saying is I forgot a trash and I didn't write them down this week because I was running. I had some things happen right before the show, so I didn't have time to get my stuff together. But yeah, I'll mention it at the end of the show.
Okay. It's on Adam. I'm sorry, Double A. What you got?
No, that's all good. So for me, and this is really actually what I think should be talked about more so. My certified players is more so of a collective team. It's the Miami Heat. And the reason why I'm putting the Miami Heat as my certified players of the week is because number one, first and foremost, they're number one in the East. That's first and foremost. And it seems like in mainstream media, all they want to do is shove the Brooklyn Nets down your throat, which are currently, by the way, number 7 in the East. So let's just point that out. And they also want to shove Milwaukee down your throat, which don't get me wrong. Obviously, they're defending champs, but they're number 2 in the East right now, behind Miami. Miami needs to get some more limelight. Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Kyle Lowry, they're doing their thing down there. They need to be, they definitely need to be getting some praise. Oh, and also, I'm sorry, he just came back from thumb surgery. Bam Adebayo, he's doing his thing down there too. So Miami definitely deserves some love. They got a lot of talent down there. They're huge in depth. And you know what? Since this is recorded, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it. I got the Miami Heat representing the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals this year. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it.
Well, we know they definitely ain't gonna make it now.
Wow.
Sure not.
We know that now. If they had any hope, it was right before you said that. I'm gonna let you know that right now. I'm personally gonna say I actually give it up to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're actually playing out of their mind, and nobody had them playing this well.
They're actually number 4. They're actually number 4 in the East right now. That's what's crazy. They're ahead of Philly.
Yeah, they are. This is a tight race in there. I also got to give it to this guy because I'm always trashing this guy, and you know, this week I actually watched him play, and not only did he beat my Sixers, he also went out there and beat the Hawks as well. I'm talking about Luka Doncic. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Luka Doncic has been playing very good.
Wait a minute. Is Dennis giving Luka praise on
I'm giving Luka Doncic love. Yes, I am.
And they lost their second best player too for the season.
And they lost Tim Hardaway Jr. and he's still balling. Tim Hardaway Jr., no Chris Porzingis.
Right.
Just Luka Doncic.
Monster.
I'm gonna need the recording version for this show because I need that clip of Dennis saying that.
Hey, that's real talk though.
Yes, Sharon.
Y'all better get off Dennis's butt with this.
Oh no, I'm talking about Luka.
Dennis, I know. Listen to what I'm saying. Get off Dennis' butt about this. Like you so shocked he giving him praise. Dennis never said that he was trash. He said he hadn't proven anything yet.
Well,
That's
all
he said.
He said Trae Young was better though.
Yeah, he said Trae Young is better.
He was because he was at the time. Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
And until he proved, and he said, until he proves it, he shows me something different, then I won't change my mind. He showed him something different. He changed his mind, so he spoke on it. Y'all really need to chill. It ain't all that. You don't need no clip and all. No, it ain't all that. Just relax.
I tried to
that.
tell
I
Dennis,
might put
man.
a clip out anyway.
I tried to tell
I
Dennis, he
know it.
learning.
You should. You should.
Anyway.
I
You
tried to
should.
tell Dennis, he
mean-
learning.
I mean, by the way, you did a clip of me praising Chris Paul last season, so you can put a clip of you praising him. But he
Yeah,
is balling. But don't act like he been balling like this consistently, y'all. No, he has not. He's been up and down. He has gone through his moments. He has been up and down.
He has some up and down moments. It was at one point.
Yes, he has. He has some.
Good.
I mean, you saying no?
His down
the
moments.
footage says otherwise. I'm still talking. The footage says otherwise.
Whatever.
It says
not
otherwise.
The footage I've
you
seen.
can shake your head all you want. The footage
so
says
what?
otherwise.
So what do you consider down? What's down?
I said he has up.
I know. What do you consider down?
Okay, there are some games. Right, and there's some games. There's some games when he's dominant, like he does, like he's praised to be, and then there's other games he sometimes can be out of sync, and he can't get his head into the game, and he doesn't finish well.
He's pretty much dominant
I've
win or
seen
lose.
It.
He just
I'm
can't
just
win
saying.
every game.
Not with all them turnovers he had.
All them triple doubles he got.
Turnovers was another issue.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, getting a lot of turnovers.
Dude, he has the ball 80% of the time. It happens, but that don't mean he ain't dominant.
That don't mean you got to have turnovers though. So people have the ball. 80%
Nobody said that because you have turnovers, you're not dominant.
As a matter of fact,
said that.
His coach had the ball 80% of the time and barely had turnovers.
Yeah, but now you're comparing him to Jason Kidd.
I'm just okay.
I mean, that right there says something right there.
But he made the comparison because of what you said
to
justify your position. So he's going to come back to you with the same thing because that's what you said. And what I'm saying,
he's a one-man show.
What I said, because what I said is correct. He has had some up and down moments.
He's a one-man show.
The footage and the numbers and the stats say otherwise. That's all I'm saying.
Get that man some help. He a one-man show. Can't carry that team every night.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Let me read these comments.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, let me read the comments.
That's what you're saying, but
Jonathan said, "What's going on with people?"
Shit.
Blaze said, "Laughing my ass off." Ricky Bobby says, "You ate up." I don't know what that means. Braxton said, "Blaze, Malik Willis is not going to be number 2 overall. He could be with the Lions at the later pick or trade with the Rams," I think he said. Darius said no, as he was laughing so hard. Blaze also said, "Just watch and see. Willis won't be there that late. He will be a QB shooting up the boards." Ricky Bobby said, honestly though, it's all-star type of honestly, though, it's the only all-star game that's basically an off-season. I don't blame them for not wanting to risk it. Why even have the game in general? Jonathan said, "Stop the Bulls crap, dismantle the Pro Bowl. Nobody cares." Blaze said, "Where's Guru at to trash someone during the certified players? Haha." Ali's in the building. Ali said, "Why are you so mad? They've been doing that over 10 years. Ricky Bobby said, "I sit out too, messing with my paper, especially if you're a big ticket free agent. All other sports are mid-season." Braxton Hill said, David M. Clark, Dave Clark, whoever that is. Ali said, "Trash." I say put it in the mid-season, give a bonus to the players and make it have a meaning. Nah, I don't do that. Braxton Hill said, oh shit, I just lost it. Hold on. Okay, Braxton Hills said the places to sit at the table in the NFC North. Okay.
The place is set at the table in the NFC North, is what he said.
Oh, they have been yelling F coach for Coach K over 10 years. This is not true. Sound like a good podcast comment, though. Carry on. I don't think he was talking about that. I think he was talking about the Pro Bowl for over 10 years. Who y'all got won the Super Bowl this year? I've been to their games. They have, never mind. I take it back. It all comes down to playing with the best players, whether race or their season records. These bowl games and
You don't
platforms
specify. All right,
for
supposed to
them
know.
to show the case of their talent. I just feel like this Coach Flores situation is crazy because with all the coaches deserve to have the opportunity to coach. Okay. Go Heat. I thought you was replying to the players sitting out of the Pro Bowl. Let's talk about Super Bowl Sunday. LOL, Trey Young not better. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Bengals 35-32. Malik Willis, QB University of Liberty to Detroit, 2022 draft, number 31 to 32 pick. All right. Luka Doncic only do well during regular season. Postseason, never heard of him.
Not true at all. Go look at his numbers.
Okay, he says it again. The place is set.
He
at
is
the
a
table
kid. Luca
in
is
the
a
North.
kid.
In the
They don't
North, in the
understand,
NFC.
Adam.
He could barely just get a drink now. Like, come on, y'all.
Stats don't lie.
I mean, but you act like somebody
That
is
can be
trashing him.
misleading at
Nobody's
times.
trashing him.
Detroit Lions getting Aiden Hutchinson or Kayvon. I forgot to say his last name. Stop crowning the non-believers.
Thibodeau.
That's what it is. It's Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Thibodeau.
Like Tom
Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
Oh, it's Thibodeau.
But it's
Okay.
Thibodeau. Kayvon Thibodeau.
Okay, to be clear, the person in the annual mock draft this Saturday before the NFL draft is always has the. To be clear, in-person annual mock draft is this Saturday before the NFL draft, as it always is. We are doing a rough draft February 23rd. BJ Samuels put that out. What's up, BJ?
Yeah, what's up, BJ?
What was the next topic? NBA. I'm sorry. We were talking about the NFL coaches, the new NFL coaches. Let me get that out the way. There were 8 openings, I think it was, and I think we have 8
9.
new coaches.
It was 8.
It was 9. It was 9.
We had the Saints the day we did the show. It opened up that day.
What?
Okay.
But I got 4 out of the 8 right.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm shooting.
So what? So
50%
how
like
you feel
DeRozan.
about it, Ryan?
I still don't like it because you still got black coaches out here that deserve to get another chance in the NFL. I am so tired of the GMs giving these jobs to the people that play golf with and stuff like that. I mean, you got Jim Caldwell that turned Detroit around, and everybody on here knows the Detroit Lions not a good team. But when he was there, he did good. They almost made it to the playoffs. I mean, they got to do a lot better.
Okay. What you think, Zara?
Oh man, like I said, man, you know, don't make me show the picture again. No, the only hire I care about, Lovie Smith. You know what I'm saying? AKA, keep your head above water, making a way if you can temporarily
Lay off, good
But,
times, easy credit.
I guess I was reading something. I guess McDaniel has got some black in him. I guess Mike McDaniel. I don't know. I didn't read that full story, but that was something about he didn't have to show his blackness. Or I kept going.
His father is black. His mother is not.
Yeah, I didn't read the thing, so I guess we got 2.5 then coaches. You know what I mean? So, you know, we trending up, baby. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't
So,
trending up.
we trending up. 2.5 is the most we ever had, baby.
No, it ain't.
The NFL head coaches at one time?
We had more than 2.5 head coaches at one
How
time.
many we had at one time? That's a good trivia question. What's the most at one time? 3?
The fact that it has to
I
be
think it was
trivia
5.
question is sad.
5 black head coaches.
I think it was 5 black coaches at one time.
Let's just take a moment and realize the fact that you guys are saying that that's a good trivia question is very, very sad for a league that prides itself for being for the people. I'm just throwing it out there.
But anyway, so I called Hackett because I know Denver has been drooling at the mouth for over a year now to get Aaron Rodgers. They also brought the tight end coach. That was an easy call for me. The one I give my credit, well, my guru status, me and Dennis briefly talked about it. No one had this, no one saw it coming, and that was McDaniel going to the Raiders. And everybody thought it was going to be Mayo, or at least they were going to interview Mayo. And at the time McDaniel hadn't interviewed, he wasn't even in the running. And some reason, I live out here, I just know how they feel about that dude, and I called that hire. But that was an out there call at the time we did the show, because it wasn't even an option at the time. And then I called, what else did I call? Who else? So we got, who else? Chicago, Eberfluff, called that on the show. And then I called, there was one, I didn't call Houston right. I didn't pick James Amos. I didn't call Jacksonville. Obviously I had left, but we know what happened with that. Yeah, he pulled out of that gig. He saw that bullshit. And then can't remember the other one I got, but I got one more. But overall, man, I mean, again, I'm just all this crap going on, bro. Like I said, man, I don't even know how I really feel about it. So I'm just letting the cards drop. Let's see where this goes. It's gonna be a lot of stuff happening in the next weeks, months. So just leave it at that. But again, keep your head above water, making a way if you can, temporary laid off. And that's where we at with it.
Okay, what you got there, Chocolate Girl?
Well, congratulations to Lovey for getting another chance as a head coach in the NFL. That's wonderful, wonderful opportunity. I believe he deserved a shot. But I also believe I can name about 5 others that deserved it too, that are people of color. They look like me, Black folks. But they didn't get it. So, I mean, the ship keeps rolling along, doesn't it? The ship's still rolling. But I am excited about the hiring of Jacksonville's choice, Doug Peterson. I really am, because I like Doug. He did some things I didn't really agree with before he ended up leaving Philly, but I still like him, and I believe he's a good coach. And it was very interesting watching the build up on CBS Sports to his press conference, his initial press conference after the decision was made. I learned more about Doug Peterson in the pre-show than I had heard about him in the past. When he even won the Super Bowl, I didn't hear this much about him. But it was really interesting to hear them talk about how he's a good guy that's been around the league. And they began to tell about every stop he had made in the NFL prior to this moment. But I never heard that before. Didn't hear it when Phillies hired him. Didn't hear it when he won the Super Bowl. Didn't hear about it when they let him go, when they fired him. Saying, hey, I know he's going to get another job because look at all this experience. They didn't talk about all that. But now in the midst of all this justification for hiring these white coaches over the black ones, they wanted to lay out his whole resume. They went as far back as to who he was a backup quarterback with when he was playing in the NFL in detail. Did anybody remember that he was a backup to Brett Favre?
Yeah.
Did anybody remember that?
Yep.
Did you remember that?
Yeah.
You remember that?
It was garbage.
Did you remember that?
After
Go
that,
ahead.
he came to the Philadelphia Eagles, so I know all about Doug.
Yeah, and he was there with Donovan, and yeah, do you remember? You remember all that, right?
Trash quarterback.
Do you remember all his stats and how well he did? And
Garbage.
do you remember any of that? Well, I didn't, but they laid it all out in detail to make sure you understood how great a hire this was and why he was picked by the Jacksonville Jaguars over the front runner who was Byron Leftwich. Just want to be clear. They really did it up. They talked for over 20 minutes on this guy about his history. So, but I am excited for him. I believe he's going to be a good fit. He's very good at developing quarterbacks. So it'd be interesting to see what he does with Trevor Lawrence, a quarterback that I don't have a whole lot of faith in. So we'll see what difference he'll make. As far as the other hires, I predicted Dabo would go to the Giants, and that's where he is. It's really kind of foul that he leaves Buffalo, taking shots at Buffalo on his way out. I mean, they gave you an opportunity. You need to just leave it there, and you just now leaving. So anyway, so I wasn't impressed by his behavior, but the other ones I'm just like, whatever. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. I think it was, one thing I will say though, the guy who was the interim Raiders head coach, do y'all know how to say his last name? What's that guy's name?
I forgot.
What's his name, Zara? I know you know. What's his name?
It's like, I don't know how to pronounce it either. It's like Ridigayro, or it's somewhere. I know.
But y'all know
the Tucci or some shit.
He
like
got
that.
hired to Green Bay, right?
Yeah, but he's a special teams coach.
Right.
And I mean, what a downgrade.
Huh.
And I thought he did a really good job, just, given what the Raiders were dealing with.
Well, he goes to a much better organization. That's probably the only good thing about it.
He's going to Green Bay, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Much better organization than the Raiders. Trust me on that. Raiders are one of the worst organizations.
I know why you're looking like that, Sharon.
I know you don't like Green Bay. I don't like them necessarily either, but they're much better organization
like
than the Raiders.
All the rumors going around about Aaron Rodgers.
No, that's what I'm saying, but I'm not that. I'm just saying, I'm just talking about the bigger picture of it. Like Raiders, they're trash organization. Just trust me on that. Like, I don't even agree with some people that talk about certain stuff, but the Raiders, trust me. It's good that he got out of there. Believe me, he'll probably get another job better than this after 3 years of being a good special teams coach. So I think in the end, he'll win.
Well, I'm not sure why I should trust you and believe that the Raiders is that much more trash than the Green Bay Packers. I don't know why. Because you live in the Bay, I don't know. But I'm just going to say, I don't see how they're any more trash than Green Bay. I've never had confidence in the way they run Green Bay, so whatever. I've seen bad on both sides, so I can't say one is worse than the other, but to me, still, that's a downgrade. And he was able to navigate. I thought he handled himself well and handled the team well, and the players responded to him well. So I guess we'll see what this guy does, who they hired.
Josh McDaniels.
I don't think he's ever been a head coach anywhere before.
No, he was with Denver.
He was with Denver.
Oh, and he went. His record was terrible.
Debacle with Jay Cutler. He wanted to bring Matt Castle.
I remember now. Yep, I remember now. But yeah, he might as well. He might as well have not been a head coach with that record that he had there. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. We all see what this is. I mean,
well,
even the people who do not want to talk about this race issue in the NFL, the ones that keep just talking over it and don't want to mention it in the comments and all that, y'all see what this is. You just don't want to talk about it. But, last I checked, my parents raised me that burying your head in the sand never solves a damn thing. That's all I'm going to say. Next.
Czar, in 2007, wait a minute, before I say that, Romeo Cornell is black. Let's get that out of the way.
That's a brother right there for Sheezy.
Oh,
he black. In
2007, there were 6 of them.
At one time,
I can
name them right now for you.
Name them.
So we
Go
have
ahead.
Cornell. Cornell was in Cleveland.
Cornell was in Cleveland. Mike Tomlin was with the Steelers. Marvin Lewis was with Cincinnati. Herm Edwards was with Kansas City.
Mhm.
I'm missing somebody. I'm missing a couple people. Hold up.
That's 4.
Yeah.
You're missing 2.
Lovey Smith.
Tony Dungy in Indiana.
Lovey Smith.
And Lovey Smith.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Okay. So we ain't trending up then.
No, so like we all been knowing this, the NFL is a buddy system. And what I mean by that, you rather give the top jobs to the dude you play golf with than give it to the person that got the best resume. It's an African American man.
Wait a minute, hold up. 2008, we might have had 7. Hold on.
Who was the other one?
The other one would have been Mike Singletary.
Can't win with them.
Chicago.
Can't coach with them.
Can't coach with them.
Not mooning the players in the locker room. That shit was classic.
And
my boy out
Did he
here in
really
Niner
do
fan.
that?
Yeah, he did. My boy out here in Niner
Oh,
fan,
wow.
he had the perfect call for him. He said Singletary is the most fired up conservative guy. I was in there dying, bro. That's exactly what he is. Conservative as hell when he was coaching, but a talk shit all day, man. But I like Singletary though. But yeah, he sure did, Sharon. He mooned them boys.
Yeah,
I always thought that was a wild rumor that was never proven.
Yeah,
2008. He took over. He took over halfway during the season.
Can't win with them. Can't coach.
So we had 7.
Okay, that's a touchdown, baby.
That's a touchdown.
So we didn't win from a touchdown to a field goal.
So that with all together, what does that make that? That's almost 1/4.
Almost.
Yeah, that's almost 1/4 of the league.
No, not 1/4. Wait, is that right?
Almost 1/4. I said almost.
Not good enough.
Dennis, you want me to read these comments? There's a lot of them.
I lost them.
Okay. All right. So Braxton said, "Who y'all got winning the Super Bowl this year?" We can do a pick later, can't we?
I got
At the end? All right. Ricky Bobby said, "How the hell did EB not get a coaching job?" I don't know. That's what the fellas on Partner Interruption were talking about. Somebody said shit wild in it. It's probably BJ. He said this is last year on the contract. Watch how much his name spend this offseason. Darius says at least we have one coach to make it as the Texans head coach. It's one step at a time. And also the offseason is in session, so anything can happen. Blaze said they need to take away that giving 3rd round picks to teams that groom minority coaches. If they're going to give picks, it should be to the team that hires after in the 3rd year of them being there. We'll see when the draft comes, he said. And then Ricky Bobby said, the only thing I can think of is he is waiting for the job in Kansas City when Reed calls it a career. That's what everybody is saying.
No.
I don't think Eric Bieniemy want any of these other jobs, to be honest with you.
He went
Blaze
for the New Orleans job, but did not get it.
Yeah, I know. Blaze said, Mike McDaniel, oh, y'all mean Logic. Yeah, like Logic. Braxton Hill says Dan Campbell going to turn Detroit Lions around.
That's all he gonna talk about.
Yeah, okay. Detroit.
8 Mile, baby.
Laura, Ricky Bobby, no, they didn't choose him. He went on interviews year after year. Braxton said Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell going to turn Detroit Lions around. You see it in the few seasons, maybe.
St. Brown, baby.
BJ said Sharon with the blue on. Yeah, I got my Duke blue on today.
Michigan blue, baby.
No, this is Duke. Not Michigan blue.
She said
totally different color. I don't wear Michigan blue. Blaze Thunder Gabber said, Lovey said, it right. He's one of only 2 Black coaches as head coach right now. Braxton said, your thoughts on Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes.
Now tell him you
We're
forgot
not
about Mike
about
McDaniel.
them. I think the Lions as a whole, do y'all believe team will start hiring players that used to play as player and now they head coach?
They've been doing that.
They've been doing that.
Ernest said Doug Peterson is garbage. However, move on. Well, we can agree. We can agree to disagree. Ricky Bobby said waiting for Al Davis to come out the grave and take a couple over. I don't know. Blaze said they thought they brought McDaniels to burn it all down. Take back over. Okay, that's what he said. Take back over. Blaze said McDaniels should have not gotten another shot after taking the coach job, then spurning them. Yeah. Oh, he's the same guy that did that.
Right.
I didn't realize that was the same guy.
He
told
the coach, he said, I would love to take the job. And then later on,
he pulled a Carlos Boozer.
Right. He was like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, he pulled a Carlos Boozer.
He was like,
wow. So Blaze said, yeah, there's Vrabel, Leftwich, Mayo, Ryans, and Glenn are coming. Mike Tomlin been head coach. What? 15 seasons? Hasn't had a losing record. That's right, Ricky Bobby. Then Dungy. Yep. Mike. And then Blaze said he's a beast, talking about Tomlin. And Ricky Bobby said, you got to remember they lump in other minority coaches to make numbers look better. Yeah, but we're not taking him. He's mixed race. He's not Black.
right.
I don't care how he identifies. I'm sorry. We have 2 Black head coaches. That's it.
Right.
That's the list. 2.
We should
Ricky
have
Bobby
more.
said Jesus couldn't save the Lions. I guess that's directed at Braxton Hills.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't say that no more. I can't say that no team.
And Blaze said, Blaze said Sharon Buster Seawalk with all that blue. No, this is Duke blue, not Crip blue. Duke blue.
The Fab Five, baby.
Not Michigan blue.
Yeah, she said it's Duke blue. She said she's a Dookie tonight.
Yeah, you picked Duke. Ugh, that's even worse.
Duke blue.
She's a Dookie tonight.
Puke. That's puke blue.
No, it's Duke blue. Legendary. That's all the comments.
Yeah, but one thing I was sitting here and I was thinking about when you was talking about the Pro Bowl. You was talking about the Pro Bowl. And you were saying you were saying people shouldn't be saying, oh, my team had all these Pro Bowlers, played with all these Pro Bowlers.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure I heard it right now. You can't use that as an excuse, you were saying? Or you can't use that in your argument? Which one was it?
You can't use it in your argument to try to say, okay, your player, of course he has a better record. Look at all the Pro Bowlers he played with. He had all them Pro Bowlers on it. You know how y'all do. Y'all do that. I don't do that.
Yeah,
Y'all,
I do.
y'all do it. Other people do it. I don't do that.
What happened?
I don't, because I don't think it matters. You play how you play.
Yeah.
You can be surrounded by Pro Bowlers and be trash. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Say it again. Say it again. I've seen it.
I've seen it.
It's just some trash ass players.
If you can be trash surrounded by Pro Bowlers, then you can be great surrounded by Pro Bowlers. If you can do both, then who you're surrounded by is not the primary issue. That's all I'm saying. And I get really tired when you having these discussions on who's a better player and you want to say, oh, well, he had all these Hall of Famers. He had all these Pro Bowlers. He had all these All-Star. I don't want to hear that crap. So, was he a better player or was he not? Period.
Can we say?
I'm not. Go ahead, Ron.
Can we say the same thing about Richard Sherman?
No.
When he was playing.
What about it?
Good, though.
What about him?
But Richard Sherman was playing with one of the best safeties, I think, Thomas.
He still was a good cover corner.
So, but he was still good on his side of the field.
Okay.
Quarterbacks were staying away from throwing on his side of the field.
Crabtree will tell you that, Ron.
Oh shit.
I mean, he was good. He was darn good. And I mean, that's case in point. They had a legendary defense.
Right.
He was surrounded by other Pro Bowlers. So are you going to say that Richard Sherman that's the only reason why he was so great? His greatness was hyped up because of the people he played with, the players he played with? No, you are able to recognize his greatness as a player. That's what you're supposed to be able to do.
That's
If
right.
you can't do that, then you don't need to be arguing.
Okay.
We can say
That's
that.
that's how I feel about it.
We can say that.
You said Vernon Maxwell?
Yeah, about Byron Maxwell. We can
Oh.
say that about Byron
Say
Maxwell.
his name one more time.
Byron Maxwell.
And what team he went to, Dennis?
He went to Philly.
And played like what, Dennis?
Played like he was trash.
Okay.
Played like he was. He was trash. Yes. Sorry. Let's get to these NBA trades. I'm sorry. Now, which one of these NBA trades that currently went on that you actually liked, and which one did you actually dislike? It's the question I had.
Trades, huh?
Go ahead, Ryan.
I need somebody to tell me what all the trades are. I only know about one.
I mean, I like the Kings trade, but they still gonna be in the basement.
Who did they trade?
They
traded Tally Burton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson.
He had not done nothing in years.
To Indiana. They traded him to Indiana for Sabonis, Justin Holiday, and
Jeremy Lamb.
You know what?
Jeremy Lamb still playing?
You know what? Yeah, his old. You know what? See, Sacramento deserve what they get. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's all I'm gonna say. Ain't gonna say nothing else.
Will not be on TV unless another team go there to they play another team. That's the only way they would be on TV. Let's be honest.
I think they'd be all right.
Don't say nothing else. I'm just saying they deserve what they get for that trade.
I think they'd be all right. I think I honestly like CJ McCollum going to New Orleans, though.
You like it for who? Portland or New Orleans? You like it for New Orleans?
Yeah.
Please explain that.
Because they get a ball handler and a shooter, somebody that can put up 20 points. That's pretty good for them. Now, only problem they got is who and where is Zion? Who and where? Remember I said that. Who and where? Go ahead,
I don't like it. But go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
No, you got two different Zion. You got the linebacker or the tackle Zion, or you got the basketball player Zion. So which Zion?
Again, I'm looking to see who and where is Zion.
Okay. So Cleveland traded Ricky Rubio to Indiana and got Karis LeVert.
That's right.
I think that's a good move, a pretty good move. Cleveland's been balling, so yeah, that's a good move. But what is Indiana doing? So they get Ricky. So Indiana got Ricky Rubio, Halliburton, Hield, and this other Tristan Thompson, right?
Yeah. And they still got Miles Turner,
who's out.
Well, they got Lance Stevenson still. They signed him for the rest of the season.
Lance make him dance.
Right.
Make him dance. So they got him.
He hit that guitar the other day. I was cracking up.
But Thompson does.
And then Denver signed DeMarcus Cousins at the end of January. And then I heard, I mean, it was either his first or second game that he played. He was trash. He just looked terrible. Had more turnovers. I don't even think he scored any points or had very little points or something.
That's crazy. One of my first podcasts was the day after he got injured. That was one of my first podcasts. No, I ain't gonna say it was one of my first, but it was in that time though.
Yeah,
That probably was one of my biggest at the time. Was talking about will he get a max contract after that Achilles injury.
Well, I see that Denver also got Bryn Forbes from San Antonio. It's like coaches don't know what to do with Bryn Forbes. And Bryn is a killer shooter. And he's not, it's like they don't know what to do with him. He's so much better than what is being made out to be. Do y'all even know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, we know who Bryn Forbes is.
Mm-hmm.
But it might not be coaches.
Not really worth talking about.
It might be him. Sometimes some guys got to go to the D League and come back.
Well, he did that. That's how he came back he fought his way back to the league.
Oh, never mind.
I'm just saying. He was on San Antonio, then he went and got that ring with Milwaukee. Then he went back to San Antonio. Now he's with the Nuggets.
Yeah. The Karis LeVert trade, I was upset about that.
Upset for who?
No, I just wanted him on the Sixers. I always wanted Karis LeVert on the Sixers since he was with the Nets. So
yeah, I was going to say, you've been talking about him for over a year.
Yeah, I always wanted Karis LeVert.
Well, which part of these trades do you think was good?
I picked San Antonio. That Karis LeVert trade was good for Cleveland.
Yeah, good for Cleveland. That's what I said.
Good for Cleveland, but I picked the New Orleans. And like I said, all I gotta find out is who and what is Zion.
See, I'm not even going to entertain my thoughts to try to figure out who Zion is or where he is or what he's doing. It's just a sad situation with him as a player. Mm-hmm. His career is not going at all the way people expected it to go, and probably not how he expected it to go. But I mean, it's like he's imploding right before our eyes. It reminds me of Jaleel Okafor. It's the same type of stuff going on, which is crazy. Both Duke players, and then coming into the league and not living up to the expectations. That's a bad look on Duke's program with this. I'm gonna say that. I don't agree with sending what's that fool's name? CJ to New Orleans. New Orleans doesn't need a CJ McCollum. They need somebody that's more reliable and more consistent.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And somebody that does not shrink in when the lights are the brightest. And he shrinks when the lights are the brightest.
Well, I think he's in a position that even if not yet. If Zion was to come back as Zion, I think he's in a position that even if he shrinks, B.I. and Zion can handle him shrinking.
But once again,
if Zion comes back,
Zion will probably eat him.
Well, but see, that's a lot of ifs, Dennis.
Yeah, you're right. And I
usually in the middle of the season when you make these trades, these are supposed to obviously elevate your team, and I just don't see CJ elevating them at all, which makes me, very concerned because I am a big BI fan. I love Brandon Ingram. The Lakers never should have traded him, but that's another story. And if they are trying to build around him, which is what the reports are saying, that they're supposedly trying to build around him. CJ, that just wouldn't have been my choice.
Yeah, I think CJ's a good third option.
Yeah,
it's a good third option. We're gonna leave that alone. Ryan, you ready for your questions?
Oh yeah. What matchups you like in this Super Bowl?
I like the Rams versus the Bengals.
No, the players.
You mean at the positions, the
Yeah,
position matchups?
yeah.
I honestly want to see that weak right side of the Bengals line because everybody say the right guard and right tackle is weak. So I actually want to see that weak side actually go against Aaron Donald because I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna plug Aaron Donald and Von Miller to that side, and I actually want to see them boys actually show up.
But if you do that, I don't think the Rams got enough players on defense with the two top defensive player on your team get lost, like somebody else to come in and make a spark. I don't think they got that on that team, on that defense.
You lost me.
Yeah, I'm lost too.
I said, okay, if you take away Donald and if you take away the linebacker, who else will step up on that defense for the Rams?
That's
Well,
something you're gonna find out.
if
about,
they're
Jalen Ramsey?
if they're so dominant, they may not need anybody else to step up. But like Dennis said, Jalen Ramsey better step up because
I want to see that matchup, Ramsey and OBJ.
That's what he what?
He finna get cooked. You
think OBJ gonna cook him?
Yeah.
Time out.
He ain't guarding Cup.
Time out.
I'm talking about the wide receiver.
He ain't guarding Cup. They move Cup around too much. He's in the
Czar, you can't be saying this on the podcast. Ramsey and OBJ and Cup are on the same team.
Oh, I'm tripping. My bad.
Yo.
I started back work this week, man. I'm tired.
Yo.
Well,
I want to see Ram. Okay, no, you're right. My bad. I had the right premise, but
I want to see Ramsey guarding Chase.
Yeah,
that's who I want to see. I want to see that.
I think Chase finna cook him.
I don't know.
Yeah, Blaze said it. I was talking about practice. Yeah. Yeah, I want to see the practice footage of Ramsey and OBJ. Yeah, to prepare him for Chase. Yeah. Thanks, Blaze. Appreciate it.
I also want to see the way these coaches, the chess moves they make with their calls, because everybody's talking about what a great coach the Bengals coach has been, and then they're talking about the Rams coach. If he wins the Super Bowl, then he'll be the youngest one to win the Super Bowl. He'll break Mike Tomlin's record. Everybody's all over that. So I want to see these great, outstanding coaches, these great masterminds, these masters of the NFL game. I want to see just how great these play calls are.
My boy Zach Taylor about to win that Coach of the Year. I called it, baby.
Chess moves between them. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
My next question: what NBA team you don't want your NBA team to play in the playoffs this year?
I hate to say it, man. Dennis already know.
What?
We 0-3 against them boys. And we ain't never beat Embiid in his career. And it might be 2 versus 7 or 3 versus 6. Might just happen.
Wait a minute. The Bulls have never beaten Embiid in his career.
10-0 against
For real? Wow, I missed that.
3-0 this year against us.
Wow.
Dennis?
Yeah, I'm going with a team that I don't want to see. I really don't want to see the Nets if they fully healthy. Like that'll piss me off. Like they'll come back in the playoffs fully healthy.
Mm-hmm.
That'll piss me off. That'll really piss me off.
What, you think they will have that way with y'all or what?
Yeah, they're gonna have a good time. Shit, all three of them together.
They're gonna have their way with a lot of people. All three back.
All three of them together.
Shan.
Yeah, I don't want to see, being that my team is the Lakers and they're playing like booty. I don't want to see anybody actually, but I'm going to say if I had to pick a team, I would say the Suns because the Suns seem to really have their number last season. And I could say that it would probably be more of the same this season. So I'll say this.
So
I agree with that.
You think what? Just because the son younger, you think they would be faster too? Because y'all got a lot of.
I didn't say that.
I mean, I just
or imply that. I'm just saying they have their number. I didn't say anything about the old versus young. I just said it seems like Phoenix has LA's number. They seem to be their kryptonite.
And Phoenix has got a pretty old point guard, their leader. So
I mean, yeah, but they also got somebody else to take his spot.
Ain't nobody taking Chris
Paul's what he
spot.
been doing. Like,
oh, you talking about what you call him? Payne.
Right.
They lost Chris Paul. They in trouble.
Cameron Payne.
Cameron Payne, but if they losing for the playoffs,
You talking about Martin's brother? Nah, they ain't gonna have him.
I mean, I really think he did good last year.
Nah, they won't go to the promised land with no Cameron Payne. No, it's a big drop off.
Now, me and Dennis talked about this the other day. My next question: do your NBA teams have to pay their dues to win a championship?
Not no more. It used to be that way, not no more. You people buy teams now? I mean, with free agency and a teaming up? No, hell no.
Because look at the Bucks. For the past, 3 years or 4 years, the Bucks get a little bit closer. Then last year, they just kicked the door in and said, we finna y'all take it.
Yeah, I mean, that's one example, but we've seen teams that just loaded up the barn and, and just went and won it.
Well, I mean, they did go get theirs in free agency too, though.
No, but I do see what he's saying. They had a couple of first round exits, and so they went stocked up too. I'm saying it's much easier. Back in the day, you had to pay your dues. Like you would go there, you would get your ass whooped, and then you hope to make it back, and then you might win it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but these days it's the luck of the draw.
What do you think, Sharon?
About what?
Do your NBA team have to pay their dues to win a championship?
I don't know what that means. What you mean pay their dues?
Like 1 year y'all get to the second round. The third year y'all get to the third round. The fourth year, then y'all just kick the door open and be like, we taking it. Every year you get a little bit closer.
We're the Lakers. We don't have dues to pay. We're good. We don't have no dues to pay. We're the Lakers.
Sister, we're the Lakers.
We the Lakers. We don't have no dues to pay.
We are the Lakers.
What do you think, Dennis?
Yeah, I said mine. We going to the next question.
Did the NBA get it right with the all-star players? All the players.
They did.
The East got one big man. Our center is averaging 18 points, 11 rebounds, and they got one center. On the West got 3 centers. Yeah, the East got one big man. So they didn't get it right.
We got 2 7-footers though.
Who? Kevin Durant?
No, what you call him a 7-footer? Giannis.
Who?
Giannis.
Giannis and Embiid.
Damn center, man.
I said we got 7-footers. I didn't say center. I said
the West got Gobert, Cat, and Joker. Legitimate 3 centers. We got 1 center.
Yeah, but
Well, they don't even put centers in the
Okay,
category.
wait a minute.
It's three
Okay, so
forwards.
so let me ask the question, Czar. Why are you bringing that up? What's the point of you saying that? What point are you trying to
Because
make?
You already know the
that's
point.
because again, as this league goes on, as I've been saying, as it's been getting watered down, everyone's shooting threes. That now it used to be an all-star, you voted for a center. You can't even do that no more. They took away, there is no such thing as a center. I don't know if you know that, but if you go vote
Yes, I
for the
knew that.
all-star,
Yes,
it's only
yes,
guards and forwards. Embiid,
right.
Joker,
I got
and
it.
Cat are not guards or forwards. They are centers. So they're already being disrespected by taking their position away, for one. For two, I've never seen an all-star team. I wonder, that's another good trivia question. Has there ever been an all-star team with one legitimate center? I probably has never happened before until now.
No, I think that one in 2001.
You can look it
When
up
they
and
just had
prove me
that one
wrong.
that they just had the Kimbe Mutombo.
Well, look it up and I
On
want
the
to. I mean, I ain't
East. I'm
saying
talking
you're
about on the
wrong.
East. I'm talking about this on the East.
I know, but I'm saying I bet you there's a backup center on that team. I'm talking about not just someone tall. I'm talking about someone that actually plays the five.
Oh shit, I don't know.
Okay,
And
so
how
are you
gonna, now they
so
lucky. Now hold on real quick. Now they lucky that they now do this draft, because if not, there'll be no way in hell they'd match up with the West.
That's what
all
they
those-
said in 2011 when they had all the big men out there.
What?
I mean, 2001. In 2001 when they had all the big men out there, and the East beat them.
I mean, I don't remember. I got to see. I mean, I'm just saying.
That's the one Iverson got the MVP on. If you want to know exactly what happened.
No, I know. I've watched so many All-Star games, man. I can't.
What you say, Sharon?
well, I was gonna ask Czar. So is that the answer? Is that your answer to the question that you're
I don't think they got it perfectly right.
free because of the lopsided in centers? Is that what you're saying?
I think our center was a what do you call it? A snub. Double machine. And on its first place team at the time, usually they reward teams that are successful. And he didn't make the team. And he makes it with Orlando when they're garbage. Because, we don't really, the East didn't have a lot of centers. They still don't. But then when he goes to a good team, because we got DeRozan and Levine, so now he can't make the team that he normally makes every year.
Well,
even though his numbers prove that he does deserve it.
I hate to say this. They might wait to, let me knock on wood, for somebody to get hurt to put him in there.
No, they already did that.
Yeah, they already did that.
That's why LaMelo got in. That's why I said I'm cool with it, because LaMelo got in. Because I felt as though LaMelo really deserved it.
That's what I'm saying. See, even the East didn't get the reserves all the way right. I don't know if I had any problems in the West. Like I said, they actually grabbed the right players, and it didn't matter if you were big or small. They, Cat deserved it, Joker deserved it, and Gobert deserved it.
You don't think LaMelo deserved it?
Yeah, that's what I just said. The East, I got quarrels with the East.
My next question, this for Sharon.
Uh-oh.
If the Lakers win a championship with Russell Westbrook, do you think that means LeBron James is better than Kevin Durant?
No. Nope. Not that simple. You can't draw that conclusion just because of that.
Yes, I can. No, huh?
Not in my opinion. You can't. Yeah, you might be able to, Ron. That don't make sense to me.
That made a lot of sense because Kevin.
I said it doesn't make sense to me. Me.
I mean, I just saying Kevin Durant, he choked on the pressure when he was with the Thunder. That gave up. That had the Warriors on the road.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, Ron. Today is Tuesday, February the 8th.
Yeah.
Did Kevin Durant choke under pressure in that playoff then?
Yeah.
Okay. So what difference does it make if LeBron wins a championship with Russell Westbrook? Is that going to be the deciding factor to me that he's better than Kevin Durant? No, you already think that. Because you just said that he shrunk in the playoffs already. I'm saying, in answer to your question, no, LeBron does not have to win with Russell Westbrook to make that true. Not in the opinion of those who believe already that LeBron is better than KD. So the answer is no for me. No.
Okay. What do you think, Dennis?
No comment.
Just not comment and won't give your opinion. I don't like that.
What
Give your
you
opinion.
think, sir?
I already told you, no.
Lakers
hell
ain't
no.
winning no championship, so it was a waste of time talking about.
Right, he ain't better than no Kevin Durant. I don't care if it's Westbrook, Westbury,
I don't care. I don't care who he.
West Side,
I wouldn't care who he won
West
with.
Up.
I wouldn't care who he won with. I don't think it matters.
He can win with Pachula.
Pachulia, Zaza,
Yeah.
Zaza, Pachulia,
What's your
whatever his
next
name
one,
is.
Ryan?
What NFL team should sign Odell Beckham this offseason?
The Rams.
Atlanta.
The Rams should re-sign him.
Philly.
Atlanta.
Bring him back home to the division.
Really, it should be the Steelers.
I would like to get him, but I don't think we got the money for him.
I would like to get him, but
we will have the cap space.
Atlanta do too. Once they get rid of once they get a Grady.
We traded Amari to somebody, so whoever need a receiver, let me know.
No, we don't want Amari.
We don't want.
I said
we don't need the
Amari.
motherfucker take off when he feel like taking off.
We trading Amari. I feel it.
Oh yeah, it's all reports all over the place. They're trading him.
Yeah.
I've been told y'all to trade him.
I bet we trade him. I bet we trade him. I hope we trade him. And my Mike Epps. We're gonna see.
What's wrong, Dennis? What's wrong?
Nothing. I just hope we don't get him. That's all. I'm hoping
we getting Amari. We trading Amari in the division.
No.
If y'all do that, I know it was something.
We trade them for Darius Slay.
No, hell no.
Darius Slay gonna shut him down when we play him.
Next question.
Adam signed this offseason.
Who?
The Raiders.
Devontae Adams.
He
going back to Carr to the Raiders.
Steelers. He want to play for Coach Tomlin.
Nah, he want to play with Derek Carr, his quarterback.
No, he don't. He want to play with Coach Tomlin. He want to play with Coach Tomlin.
This the rumor. He want to go back home.
He going to the Raiders.
And his grandparents love the Raiders.
I'm telling you, that's where he going.
I
heard it here first. I'm telling you, I know what's the buzz. He will be with Derek Carr, his guy.
You better hope Derek Carr.
And they got the money to pay him.
I don't think Derek Carr's going to be there.
Nah, he's going to be there. They got Josh McDaniel. Derek Carr and Josh McDaniel, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I was going to say, Derek Carr ain't going nowhere now.
Mm-mm.
Now that Josh is going to be the head coach, he's not going anywhere.
I'm going to tell you, Josh McDaniel, now don't get me wrong. I ain't saying, I'm not giving him an excuse. That bullshit, that he was doomed once Jay Cutler was a crybaby and got mad because Josh McDaniel said he wanted Castle, and there was no way to mend that relationship because Jay Cutler wouldn't take an apology. He wouldn't take nothing. So they had to trade that dude. So that boy not only did not get Castle, but he was stuck to start his career in Denver with Kyle Orton. So he was doomed from the jump. So he's gonna treat Carr with royalty.
Well,
so watch.
So you tell me Jake Cutler are all quarterbacks? Come on now.
What am I saying? What do you mean? Say what about? I'm just telling you what happened.
I mean,
we talking about Kyle Orton.
I think Jake Cutler was soft.
No, I'm not saying he was the greatest quarterback, but I'm saying, they had to get rid of a guy that they had promise in Jay Cutler, dude with a strong arm, but he just didn't have it here, which we didn't know yet at the time. But for Kyle Orton, He didn't go take that Denver job thinking he was going to have Kyle Orton. He thinking either I'm going to bring Castle over, or if not, if I can't make the trade, Cutler, we good. And that ain't what happened. So he ain't let nothing happen to Carr. I'm telling you now.
All right. We gonna see the
I'm
offseason.
gonna say this. That was one part of what happened to Jay Group. I mean, whatever his name is, McDaniels.
Cutler.
No, that was one part of what happened to McDaniels. The other part was that motherfucker was cheating. That was the other part. And once he got caught for cheating, his ass started losing. That was the other part. That's the part that just came out a couple weeks ago on I Am Athlete.
He was cheating.
Hey, man, from Belichick camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
It is what it is. But yeah, if Devontae Adams wanted to come to Philly, I'd take 2 Devontaes on my team.
Dennis.
Nah, don't worry about it. If you ask the question, you want me to answer it or not? All right.
Hey, Amari and Devontae is going to be a nice ass tandem, and so is Diggs and Slay.
I'm not taking no fucking Amari. You keep Amari.
So do y'all think that Amari is like washed or something?
I'll take a trade
He
for
ain't worth the
Julio.
money we gave him.
Wait a minute. Amari play when he want to play.
And he probably playing a lot right now.
Hey, did you watch that challenge this weekend when they had the players with Diggs and all them, and Micah Parsons beat Tyreek Hill? Did you watch those events?
Yeah. But Tyreek Hill caught a hammy.
No, but shit, he beat fucking Diggs too.
Yeah, he beat Diggs and
Chubb. Why weren't we worried about Chubb? But Chubb actually.
I didn't watch that. I didn't watch any of it. Nope.
But Diggs won the best catches. Slay with them all in there. That was pretty fun. It was fun actually to watch that.
That was actually better than the damn Pro Bowl.
It was. And Russell Wilson was on fire too. Yeah, it was tight. I like that. I did enjoy that more in the Pro Bowl, the two-hand touch football.
This offseason, we need to worry about where he go, Russell Wilson.
I ain't worried about Russell. He going to Atlanta.
We can't afford him, dog.
Oh, y'all make the move.
We can't afford
Oh,
him.
y'all, we ain't talked about what I've been hearing. I don't know if y'all, I'm sure y'all been seeing it. Minnesota and Cleveland talking about swapping quarterbacks.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I did hear that.
I actually like that idea, to be honest.
Minnesota and Cleveland.
I actually like that idea.
I think Cleveland be better off with Kirk Cousins.
I do too.
They be in the same spot.
No, they wouldn't.
Probably.
Be in the same spot.
No, don't insult
But
Kirk.
I'm like, you ain't going nowhere with Minnesota. You ain't going nowhere in Cleveland. Take a chance and just swap it. Wife swap, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I like the idea. I don't know how it's going to turn out.
I wouldn't make that move until after I know I got no chance of getting none of these free agent quarterbacks is out here. A Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers, or maybe a surprise pick. Maybe a surprise pick. Maybe a Kyler Murray.
I was just about to say, don't forget Kyler Murray.
Hey, how y'all gonna sleep on Garoppolo?
Who?
Yeah, like the
Okay.
49ers.
Next question, Ron. Next question. I can't even entertain Czar saying anything about Jimmy G. Can't even entertain it. Trolling.
Yeah, who?
No, I'm sorry. Kirk Cousins is better than Baker Mayfield. I'm sorry. Sorry, Dennis. Well, you thought the Cleveland was a better team too. You see what happened.
I don't think that Kirk. Well, I thought Cleveland was a better team last year. I didn't pick Cleveland this year.
A lot of people did.
You picked them several times during the weeky pick games.
During the weekend, yeah, but I didn't. My team that I picked in the AFC
Detroit to win like 8 games
was
this
Tennessee.
year,
I picked Tennessee this year as my team.
Detroit, man, you picked Detroit to win about 8 games this year.
I picked Detroit to win a lot of games this year.
How'd that work?
Yeah, Detroit in the playoffs. If his picks would have came true.
Yeah, I said Detroit only won about 4 of
them. 3, right?
Oh, 4, 1 or 2. I don't know what the fuck. Braxton here. Braxton, how many games y'all won? Yeah. You know everything else about Detroit.
One. Two.
Detroit.
Go ahead, Ron.
Where do you rank Matt Stafford right now?
Matthew Stafford?
Let me tell you after Sunday.
That's what I
He's
told
like
him,
5
but he
or
don't want to
6.
listen.
He's like 5 or 6,
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. I mean,
maybe 7.
he's top 15.
Mm.
He's not top 10.
So if he win the Super Bowl, he be what?
He might be 10.
You mean in the league
In the league right
or
now.
all time? In the
No,
league?
in the league.
In the
Nowhere
league
near
right
all
now.
time.
Okay.
In the league, yeah. In the league, I got him right now, probably
I can name
11.
5 or 6 better than him, easy.
I probably got him 11 in the league right now. If he won the Super
Exactly.
Bowl, he probably will move up to 7.
I don't know about that.
And that's if he win the Super Bowl. If the Super Bowl
He's
is
the
won,
MVP, right?
if the Super Bowl is won and he just did all right, he's still
No.
11.
I mean, if he go out and throw 450 yards.
And he would be
He ain't
number
got to
10
do
on
all
my
that.
list.
He got to do all that. He can have 2 touchdowns and 250 and win the game.
Okay.
He can have that, but still,
If
He
he
11.
do all that, then where you rank him?
probably 7.
12.
Next question.
What do you think the 49ers will get for Jimmy G their off season?
If you let Zara tell it a ham sandwich, no mayo.
No, pastrami.
Oh. That's
Pastrami,
cold,
bro.
bro. That's cold.
Pastrami. I had to upgrade to pastrami. He did get him to the championship game, so it went from ham to
Well,
pastrami.
you do understand that pastrami is more expensive than ham.
That's why I
Did you
said
know
he got
that?
him to the championship game, so I upgraded from
Okay,
ham to pastrami.
let's
So
say,
instead of ham, it's pastrami.
Right.
how about
Exactly.
a 4th round pick?
And he's going to Tampa Bay.
Nah, they might.
Why?
Kyler Murray
they-
going
I believe they getting the 3rd for him.
Hell
You
no.
think they will get a 3rd for him?
Yeah, they get a 3rd for him.
Nah.
What do you
It's a
think?
team. It's a desperate team out there. Get a 3rd for him.
Not Tampa Bay.
Well, it's a sucker born every minute.
Sucker born every day, baby.
Maybe a
This
bottle
is
of
my
Clearly
sucker
Canadian.
born every day seat. That was the dumbest thing I ever seen.
It'd be fun in Denver.
Nah,
Be that
Denver.
sucker.
My boy would be pissed if they got Garoppolo. I
Yeah,
think
Detroit won 3 games. Braxton Hill said.
that's what I said. Yeah, I would keep Bridgewater if Garoppolo was my option. They were actually doing all right until Bridgewater got hurt. They were in the playoffs. Drew Lock is trash. They didn't have no backup.
Well.
Next question.
Ron lost his questions. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Hold on.
Keep your head above water.
Oh, please, Ron, find that question. Hurry up, please.
I did win the
Do
karaoke.
not want to hear that.
They win no fucking karaoke battle.
Did win the battle, especially the rap portion.
Lord, how much? I forgot
Been the tulip. Oh, they're dying, bro.
Who the GM should be for the Steelers?
Lewis Riddick.
Louis Riddick.
You think they go double black like that though?
Oh man, it's gonna be double fudge stuff Oreo, baby.
Hey, if any team would do it, it should be them.
Lewis Riddick, he don't play no games. He fit right in.
Hopefully.
He called it like he said, just like they head coach. He tell you how he really.
I think they work well together.
I think so too. I think Lewis has a lot of respect for Mike and vice versa.
Yeah.
I believe it would work there. So yeah. I was excited when they announced that they were interviewing him. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
I've been saying
I actually posted it. I was
I've been
excited.
saying he should be a GM 5-6 years or more. I've been saying it. I don't understand.
Nope.
Teams will know that they messed up.
You
Well,
see,
only thing that'll complete that whole situation is if y'all had a black quarterback.
it's
Oh,
coming.
yeah.
Starting quarterback. I'm sorry. Let me
It's
say it
coming.
It would be nice.
It's coming. They're looking
Oh.
at.
I would love if Kyler
Are they
Murray
getting dude
came
from
to the
Baltimore?
Steelers.
Are
If
they
Kyler
getting
Murray
dude from
came to the
Baltimore?
Steelers, it'd be a good thing if he can get Kyler
They getting Huntley.
or Russell Wilson. I take Russell Wilson over Huntley.
Of course.
Well, some people wouldn't know, Czar, because
Y'all
Russell
might
is
get
older.
Watson
But what I'm saying is some people wouldn't know because Russell
because
is
of the
older.
age. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's February.
Mhm.
Let me say something. What's today? February 8th?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's February 8th, and we still ain't heard nothing about this Watson case. I don't think I'm gonna
Give me
say.
that.
What
Yeah,
you heard about?
they mentioned it
What we
earlier,
hear?
but
They mentioned earlier today.
Yeah.
What they
This
say?
month,
What?
his
What?
court case will start this month.
We knew that already. What day?
I said this month.
We knew that in September.
Well,
We don't know what day.
well, hey,
they
I
say
just
he's
know
thinking
about
about
what
getting
they
Robert
said.
Shapiro.
Shoot.
I don't know. Robert Shapiro must be a good lawyer.
AKA John Travolta.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's from the People versus OJ.
right.
Oh Lord, I ain't even put that together.
Man, I just watched that shit recently. John was a fool, bro. That shit was good though, bro.
That was that was a real.
I didn't like
I didn't
Cuba
understand how good of a show that was.
I didn't like
this
Cuba
is a
playing
good-ass
OJ
show.
though. I couldn't really buy that. That's the only thing I couldn't buy.
I just
Couldn't buy what Cuba being OJ.
Yeah, it didn't fit for me. I mean, he did what he could, but I don't know. It's just weird seeing Cuba, Jerry Maguire.
what do you think gonna happen with the court case with the commissioner and the Miami Dolphins? Do you think the commissioner will tell him, look, and I finna put Washington in there too. Look, we don't get down like this, you got to save your team. Sometimes you gotta make a statement. Huh? Then
I personally think they're just gonna try to buy him out. And I don't think he's really gonna try to take a buyout, but they're gonna try to buy him out.
I mean, if he depending on what happened, if he get minimum, I mean, if he come out of this, I mean, they're gonna have a lot of takers. It just depends on what happened with the case.
Which one?
Well, I'm talking about what? I mean, many teams.
Because
they're gonna have to pick of the litter if he don't get in trouble.
Washington been fudging up for the past 4 years.
Well, I don't know about Miami no more because that was all Flores. Flores is gone. I don't think Miami seemed like they were stuck on Tua except for Flores. So I think Tua good now.
But he was talking about more of the racial stuff. He ain't talking about the
right. I'm talking about the owner of the Dolphins told Brian Flores, look, every game you lose, I give you all this money.
Right. I don't know. Sometimes you got to get paid.
Sometimes, no, they're not. Is the NFL trying to?
Tony was point shaving in blue chips. It happens.
Tony was point shaving in blue chips. And the coach didn't even know it though. That's the crazy thing.
Right. They're watching the highlights.
Go back and rewatch it.
Right.
What do you think, Sharon?
He had a bad game.
I really don't know. I don't know.
Maybe that's why Tua does look so bad. I don't know. Maybe he is a good quarterback.
I mean, if I'm the commissioner, if he's trying to set an example and show people you got to make a statement, what about telling Washington or the Dolphins, look, that's not how we do business here. You got
If it's proven that everything that Brian Flores alleges happened, they should be made to sell that damn team. That's it.
Agreed.
There's no other answer for it. They need to be made to sell the team.
Right. How about
And if it comes out that other coaches have done this, or not coaches, owners have done this too, if that comes out, then they should face the same fate.
now? What about Washington? They've been getting in trouble back to back.
But see, that's a whole nother thing. The civil rights organizations are now calling for them to release all that information that came out in the Washington investigation because they weren't releasing it. And this is the reason why I'm saying to y'all, I believe this is a Nino Brown moment, because
It's bigger than Nino
the
Brown.
stuff is about to come out. It's about to come out.
Hey, Flores said if he's going down, he's taking a lot of people with him.
That's what I'm saying. And, the pressure is on now, because really, it makes absolutely no sense to us, the public, why they never released the findings of that investigation. Anytime they investigate stuff, the facts come out when it's over, right?
Right.
Facts always come out. But in this investigation, it's all suppressed and stuff. Why?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a conspiracy.
I-
C-O-N conspiracy.
Wait a minute. With the
Well, that's
whole
exactly
Washington-
what it is.
And my
Huh?
that's in my Anton voice.
With
from
the
Living
whole
Color.
Washington situation, you got females coming out of the woodwork saying the owner was touching them and stuff.
I know. They've been saying that. They said
Right.
that before.
So when the commissioner gonna be like, you know what, I tired of you.
Well, he's no longer the owner, so I think he sold the team to his sister or something like that.
I mean,
It's
because
still in the Snyder family, but
right.
he ain't in it.
And then what I'm saying, it should not go to that family. He
Well,
should
he sold it before the investigations got
got
high.
his
He knew the heat was getting ready to come, so he sold it to his sister
pause.
or so whoever it is, one of the family members, whoever it is,
Right.
so it wouldn't mess the so it wouldn't leave the family.
But
That's how the rich stay
commissioner-
rich. Keep it in the family.
But
Well, it says that
Your
it says
Chris
on
Tucker
here that
voice.
it says on here that he still owns it.
see,
Oh, well, then
the
maybe he's
commissioner need to tell him, look, you cannot keep it in your family. You gotta go outside of your family. That's what I really think. If the commissioner want to do right with the NFL.
Well, anyway, I think y'all was point shaving too, Ryan. I don't know. Y'all think so?
Boy, you better stop.
We beat y'all 42-3, bro. Y'all, you don't think y'all was
Because-
shaving, bro?
I do believe they might have been point shaving there sometime.
But there you go, Dennis. I said no, Philly fan.
I know he didn't. That's all I know.
Matty Ice being Matty Ice.
They're trying to get
No,
Rosen
ain't
in
Matty
there.
Ice no more.
They're trying to get Rosen in there.
Matty Water Ice. You know what I mean?
Matty lukewarm.
He on the Ice Cold commercial. It's him, it's Stone Cold, and they got who else they had on that commercial?
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, yeah.
No,
Ice T. It was
Ice T.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ice T.
That
Well,
was SVU's on Ice T. You know what you did. I know what I did.
My
Stop.
sister used to get them ices mixed up. It used to be so funny. Which ice is it? It's Ice Cube.
Iceberg
Sheila.
Slim, baby.
Stop it.
I'd love to see them in a movie together. Though.
Who?
They were in the movie. Oh, I'm gonna take your card away, bro. Ice T and Ice Cube.
They was in a movie together?
Oh yeah,
my
they've been in a
goodness.
movie.
What's the movie?
Trespass.
I might not have seen it.
Trespass.
Everybody
Oh,
in
no. I did
Trespass.
see Trespass. I seen Trespass.
You remember they both in there trying to get that gold?
Trespass
It's-
wasn't that good. That's what it was.
It's a forgettable movie,
it's
so
a
I can
hood-
understand.
It's like a cult classic, you know.
Ain't no
Yeah,
classic.
I can understand why you forgot, Dennis. 'Cause it's
Well, you were
forgettable.
Still wrong, so
Now,
I was
I'm
wrong. I
forgettable.
was wrong. I can say that I was wrong, but Yeah.
This is my last question.
Okay.
Do you think New Orleans will have to trade their players or let them go or what?
The Saints. You got to make sure you say all that.
The Aints.
Yeah,
That's
You
what
think
we
they
call.
do? Wait a minute. I don't understand your question, Brian. I'm sorry.
Do you? Can they save their jobs in New Orleans?
Who?
Because they over the cap. The Saints way over the cap.
Okay.
As a player, do you take less to stay there, or will you ask for a trade?
Well, I mean, it depends on who you are. And it depends on who you are and who else is on the team that's going to be playing with you. I mean, it's a lot of factors to consider and whether or not you're going to ask for a trade.
Because they cannot pay everybody. They gotta let a lot of players go their off season.
Michael Thomas is gone.
They gotta let him go. They gotta let Kamara go. They got
Kamara might not even play.
the maybe
Kamara in jail. Well, he went to jail.
right.
Mhm.
The maybe gotta let Cameron Jordan go. What I've been hearing, he don't want to take no pay cut. He don't want to restructure his contract. That's what I've been hearing from my family in New Orleans.
He did what now? He did what? What's the
He
last thing
don't
you
want
said?
to restructure his contract.
You talking about Kamara?
Cameron Jordan.
Embiid,
Oh.
throw away the game.
Well, I don't know. I don't, it's just too many factors involved to give a straight answer to that question for me. It's a lot to consider.
Dennis?
Now, what you say was you still talking about the Saints, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're gonna trade some. I think some gonna take a restructured contract, and I think some will get cut. It's a lot of players. They $70 million over the cap, so it's a lot you really got to do there to get it together. I'm trying to figure out who the hell they paying that they $70 million over the cap, because I don't see too many superstars on the team.
Cameron Jordan,
Mike,
Lattimore
only getting 12. Cameron Jordan. Oh, it's Lattimore. How much is Lattimore getting? Is he getting $20 million a year?
Yeah.
Oh no, what you gonna get 20? Michael Thomas. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, well, they getting rid of him. He getting traded.
Yeah, exactly.
That's 20 off the books right there.
Will you let your best pass rusher go?
No, they ain't gonna let him go. He
No, they're not gonna let him go.
He's royalty, but they might
Right.
they might just give him his money up front. They might give Lattimore his money up front.
Because it looked like
if not, we'll take Lattimore.
It
I'm not getting nothing else nice.
We trade. Matter of fact, I already got the deal. We trade Namari for Lattimore.
Us.
They would have kept. They would have kept Kamara had he not got in trouble.
Right. Now he got.
They love that dude. Now he's in trouble. So.
I mean, it don't look good for the Saints. The Aints.
Did y'all see the face of the guy that he got in the fight with?
He got his cap.
They had a picture of him up. His face was bloody and swollen. That's all I can say.
He looked like Elephant Man, Cousin.
I don't even know. I haven't even heard what happened. I haven't heard the story about what happened.
What had happened was
I haven't heard anything.
He said he's on my shoes.
But let me just say this. I have said this many times before. I wish these professional folks, stars, whatever, stop going out to these damn clubs. I just stop. You don't have a need to go to a club. I'm sorry. I know you want to dance and all that stuff, but this is part of the sacrifice you make being famous. People gonna try you. They're trying to bait you into getting in trouble so they can sue you and get your cash and your career even. Yeah, I'm the one that cost him his career. Like, you know, for their 15 minutes of fame.
Right.
And people will try you purposely just so they can get your bag. And then what your kids gonna have? You always, you know, they're always hollering about their kids. This is for my kids. Okay, well, stay your ass home for your kids then. I say this every time there's some big ass, you know, story comes out. It's always involved. As soon as I heard he got arrested, I said, club, watch. You're gonna be at a bar, club. Watch what I tell you. And sure enough, that's what he was.
My thing is, we just seen
Get all
what
that money.
happened to the Raiders wide receiver killed somebody in Las Vegas. We just seen that. It was all over ESPN. So they should have told Kamara, look, I don't need to be going to Vegas. But this is what you get when you go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas don't look good right now, do it?
No, it sure don't. But I want to. Well, let's thank everybody for coming out tonight. Ron, Sharon, or Zara, do y'all have any last words?
Thanks everybody for coming out to Club Talk Ish. The last call.
Thank y'all. Thank you to the fans. Though without y'all, we will not be doing this.
All right.
Yep, I got one thing to say. Well, I got a lot, but I'm just gonna say this. Let's not forget that Chad Wheeler tried to murder his girlfriend, and his trial starts sometime this year, and I can't remember what month. I was thinking it was supposed to be February, the next time he's supposed to appear in court. But still, nobody is talking about this. This man beat and strangled his girlfriend, and they're trying to pin it on being bipolar, and he didn't take his medicine. And I'm not buying any of that. It's in Washington, some county in Washington. I don't remember the name. I think it's King County or something. But let's not forget, don't let the story die. I don't care if he wasn't a star football player. He doesn't have to be a star for it to be important. That's it. Chad Wheeler.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. We appreciate y'all. See y'all each and every Tuesday at 8 p.m. God bless. Good night.